Alright. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, 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 Rakadash. Double honors to the elder apostle GMS who grew well. Salute you brothers pushing this word. And truth and sincerity and strength by YAHAWASHI. And shalom to you brothers and sisters that's growing in trust and spirit and power YAHAWASHI. Shalom to you too, right? I'm out here to prophesy the downfall of this wicked, destructive kingdom known as Babylon the Great, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Rome, all those ancient empires balled up into one, controlled by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. And I'm out here to gather the elect of the nation of Israel by the word, strength, and power of YAHAWASHI, right? And niggas like to know the Native Americans, those are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, and those are the only ones that's going to come back and serve the Heavenly Father and His Son in truth and sincerity, right? What's going on in the news? Let me get this out there. What's going on in the news right now? What's today's date? Let me see. Today's date is Saturday, February the 22nd, 2025, right? And what's going on in the news right now is Donald Trump and Elon Musk is talking about going to Fort Knox, right? And check on the gold. So let me get this in there. Is Fort Knox the only place that America stores gold? It says no, Fort Knox is not the only place that United States stores gold. The U.S. also stores gold in Denver, West Point, and New York. So it's a possibility that they could not have no gold in Fort Knox, but it's in them other places that they got it stored. When you go back to around about 1996, it was a documentary that came out. And let me see if I can pull it up. The Money Masters. Alright, it's called the Money Masters, right? Well, let me go back to show y'all about Fort Knox. Right? There go Fort Knox, right? The information I was reading. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, and they always say they have done an audit on the Federal Reserve. But like I was saying, there's other places that they store gold. But let me go back to where I was. The Money Masters documentary. Now they got this documentary, right? This came out around about 1996, and in that documentary, it talks about how the Rockefellers was gonna get the gold. Now the Rockefellers is just another name, American name for the Rothschild. Who taught the Rothschilds the banking system? I want to say it was the Oppenheimers. But the Rothschilds is the ones that got all the gold, right? And they control everything, even though it's 13 banking families. But I want to say it's 13, don't quote me on it. You got to look at, let me see. How many banking families are there? Well, it's saying this, it said the Rothschild, well, I'll let y'all see it. You know what I'm saying? They saying that that's, but we know it's 13 families, I want to say. But that's what's coming up right now when you Google it. Let me see. 13 banking families.
See, look, it's like...
Let me
It's
see.
snowing. I was like, it's not.
You see, now that's just what I just pulled up. I ain't saying that you got to look at that particular one, but that's just one source concerning the 13 banking families. Okay. But going back to the money monsters. I mean, the money masters. Going back to that documentary that came out in 1996, right? In that documentary, they say the Rockefellers were going to get the money out of the Federal Reserve, and one of the secretaries of the Rockefellers got put to death because she was trying to spill the beans on how they was going to steal the money from the Federal Reserve. Now, America don't own no gold or no silver, heavy gold and heavy silver like these other countries. Now, they might be holding gold from that belong to other countries, but America don't got it. America's bankrupt. America broke. And if they do got some gold, which it don't belong to America, it belong to the banking elites, because the banking elites took it due to the debt that America has on its back. So I thought I'd bring that out. That's what's going on in the news too, you know, concerning Donald Trump and Elon Musk want to go to the Federal Reserve. And also, another thing that was in the news, Donald Trump was going to build a iron dome similar to what Israel has over there in Israel, them gutter rats. And it's going to take years for Donald Trump to build that Iron Dome, which it ain't gonna work.
The project to create a new missile defense system should be presented no later than in 2 months. But where is the head of the White House in such a hurry? Why did the U.S. suddenly remember Ronald Reagan's SDI program? Should we expect another round of Star Wars? And who really needs the American Iron Shield project? We'll tell you while the trail is still hot. Watch right now. A dreamer from the White House. Why did Trump stop believing in America's military might? And the most modern, as the Americans position it, F-35 fighters have not seen this balloon. Is this a strategic hoax? Is America ready for Star Wars 2.0? It was a good bluff, calculated like in a card game. And how do you like it, Elon Musk? What trumps does the American billionaire have up his sleeve? Yes, there is an element of not just visionary thinking in his actions as a businessman, and some say it is outright fraud. The White House administration is in big trouble, caused by the 47th President of the United States, Donald Trump. After 4 years of relative calm under Joseph Biden, the life of stenographers in the citadel of democracy has turned into a living hell. Donald Trump talks so much that the people responsible for transcribing his public speeches can hardly keep up with all his words. There are currently discussions about hiring additional staff to keep up with the workload. Associated Press, USA. Big Donald is pouring out initiatives like from a cornucopia. He immediately ordered the Gulf of Mexico to be renamed the American Gulf on maps. He confirmed his intention to take Greenland from Denmark. He promised to send American astronauts to Mars. And finally, he announced the creation of a new national missile defense system. First, I am appointing a new Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth. He will be great. He is the one we need to immediately begin building a modern missile defense system, the Iron Dome, that will be able to protect Americans. But what made Donald Trump doubt the reliability of the American missile defense system? We will answer this question a little later. For now, we will note that the American president has rushed off at full speed. He gave the Pentagon chief 60 days to prepare specific proposals. Pete Hegseth obediently saluted. But will he be able to complete the task? In such a short time, one can only write a report, an analytical note, according to which, most likely, the military and technical specialists of the Pentagon will state that this is impossible. The American expert community is also extremely skeptical. A missile defense system to protect America from nuclear weapons seems like a good idea, but it is not. The Iron Dome of the United States will be a waste of taxpayers' money and will bring the world closer to nuclear Armageddon. The Hill, USA. So is the 47th US president just bluffing? Or does he really have some kind of secret plan? We conducted our own investigation and found out the reasons that made Donald Trump come up with such unusual, if not more scandalous, initiatives. The development of the shield is one of Trump's campaign promises. He announced the need for its creation last summer. Israel has an Iron Dome. They have an effective missile defense system. And why don't we have this? We will install an Iron Dome over our country. The reference to the Israeli missile defense system is not accidental. Tel Aviv is a world champion in advertising its military technologies. And the Iron Dome is positioned by them as almost the best missile defense system in the world. But is this really so? Everything is very simple here. You don't need to be an expert to evaluate the actions of this system. The Iron Dome, precisely on the scale of Israel. This is a small country. American analysts have calculated that one Iron Dome battery protects an area of up to 400 square kilometers. And to cover the entire territory of the United States with the Israeli system, 24,700 battery complexes would be needed. At a price of $100 million per battery, if the system could really protect the country, it could cost $2.5 trillion. But it cannot do this. The Iron Dome is designed to intercept relatively primitive rockets and mortars that fly less than 70 kilometers. Defense One, USA. In other words, for the needs of the United States, the Israeli system is a completely useless thing, and, as the events of recent months have shown, it is also not very reliable. It is effective with small shelling. If some kind of intense attack occurs, if a large number of rockets fly from one direction, then the system fails. And, as a rule, it is able to intercept only 10 to 15% of those missiles that move over the territory of Israel. But the American public is not used to understanding such nuances. Therefore, Trump, using a brand known throughout the world, can try to catch up and overtake Israel, at least in the field of PR technologies. Moreover, the situation in the U.S. missile defense system is really dire. At the beginning of last year, experts from the American Physical Society released a report on the state of the U.S. missile defense system, in which they came to an extremely disappointing conclusion. Creating a reliable, effective defense against threats posed by even relatively simple intercontinental ballistic missiles with nuclear warheads remains a difficult task. Only a few of the main problems have been solved, and many complex problems will likely remain unresolved for the next 15 years. From the report of the American Physical Society Missile Defense Threats and Challenges, February 9, 2024. Earlier, Donald Trump's former National Security Advisor John Bolton also sounded the alarm. And, unfortunately, it is true that the current state of the American missile defense system is woefully inadequate to protect the country from powerful ballistic missile strikes. John Bolton, U.S. National Security Advisor in 2018 to 2019.
You know, American enemies have hypersonic missiles, and Russia have other technology, you know, that America can't stop. But Vladimir Putin came out with information concerning the Orsnik missile, and he said the Orsnik missile, the Hazel Grove Orsnik missile, right, can hold up, let me see. This says Putin Putin claimed ballistic missile capable of withstanding extreme temperatures. And in this article, right? And in this article, right, which I screenshotted, and in this article, it tells you that let me see. In this article, the temperature on its warhead matches the temperature of the sun. So in this article, Vladimir Putin was saying that the temperature of that warhead that's on the hypersonic orphaned missile, the Hazel Grove, aka Hazel Grove, had the temperature of the sun, you see? But you know, that's what's in there. It said the warhead of Putin's newest orphaned missile can withstand temperatures compatible to those of the sun, Russia President Vladimir Putin said Friday at the Future Technology Forum in Moscow. So I just read some of it, but there you go right there. That's what I was reading. But, you know, and America does not have any technology that can match Russia technology besides nuclear bombs. You know, that's it. And Vladimir Putin and the Russians have won the arms race because they don't have to use nuclear bombs to destroy America weapon system. They can just use hypersonic missiles. So, and then America America was going to build a hypersonic missile, but the American hypersonic missile Sentinel was scrapped due to money. Okay. In this article, it says in this article, right, it tells you, in this article, it tells you that America scrapped the hypersonic missile. It cost too much money to carry it out, to build it. So there you go right there. So I just wanted to show y'all, you know, some of the information that's going on in the news, and I'm gonna grab some scriptures, you know, and I'm gonna start off with Isaiah 48, right? Isaiah, let me put my gear on. Yeah, all right, let's go in. I got Isaiah. Let's see here. Isaiah 48 and see what we got. Isaiah 48 and 22. There is no peace, saith the Lord, unto the wicked. So even though Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin had talks, America wanted to build a Iron Dome. You know, that's what Trump was saying during his campaign. Elon Musk gonna be a part of that because Elon Musk had a lot of defense contracts with the government, right? And and Donald Trump had talks with Vladimir Putin concerning Ukraine, right? And everybody's taking that as if America is going to eventually have peace with Russia. That's not so, man. You know, like the scriptures say, there's no peace for the wicked. That's not so, man. See, YAHAWASHI got to make things happen in this earth for prophecy to carry on. As you can see by Donald Trump doing that, he have pissed the 7 heads and 10 horns off. That's what he have done. Pursuing the Revelation 17th chapter, he have pissed them off, and now them European nations is looking like, look, America have left us out in the cold, and we got to start building up our own military and our own defense systems, because we can't depend on America. So